Well, I'm glad Clarissa Shields finally just came out and said what I've been telling you guys, that there's no real competition in women's boxing, and all the best female boxers are in MMA. And that's just a true fact, man. That's, what I'm saying, that's real spit right there. The best female boxers are in MMA. Well, she comes out herself and says that there's no challenges in boxing. Now here comes the dilemma, because I don't know if she know it, but she shot herself in the foot. You can't call yourself the GOAT and at the same time say there's no challenges in boxing. That makes the GOAT title obsolete. It's just like I said in my last video. It's not hard to be king of the hill when it's only 6 people to compete with. Now here she says there are no challenges, yet turns around and call herself the GOAT. Okay? By her saying that, she openly admits and lets you know that she is not the GOAT, because there's no GOAT level competition, okay, to carve out a spot for her to be called the GOAT. There it is right there. There's no challenges in boxing for me. I could have told you that. I told you it's in MMA. And this is the thing about Clarissa Shields. What Clarissa Shields is looking for is not in women's boxing. The kind of notoriety and the popularity that you think you should have, you're not going to get it in boxing. It's going to be in MMA. This is where I'll give Clarissa Shields props. Because even though she's talking about fighting Amanda Nunes, she's just not talking about fighting Amanda Nunes in a boxing ring. She's also willing to learn MMA. And the crazy part is she could actually be a big ass star in MMA. I don't know how that attitude is going to cross over, but she could actually be a big star in MMA if she play it right. Hey, and if you beat Amanda Nunes, hey, but that's not happening. But I would love to see it. But your biggest meal ticket, the biggest notoriety, what you're looking for, because I know what you're looking for. You're looking for that Laylah Ali notoriety and a little bit beyond. You're going to get that fighting Amanda Nunes. So this is the thing. You are on the right track, because Amanda Nunes is the only one that can give to you what you're seeking for. You can't get it in women's boxing, like I told you, because the competition is not there. You can't get it in women's boxing because, just like you said, there is no challenges. So you go find a challenge. That's something that I will tip my hat to. I appreciate people who go find a challenge when it's not there, instead of do like somebody like Gennady Golovkin, just sit here and fight everybody else and skip this person and skip at least you went and found a challenge, okay? And truthfully, Amanda Nunes is your rival. She is your dancing partner, because you ain't got it. So you kind of do need to make that fight, because women's boxing is too shallow. And like I said, the kind of notoriety that you're looking for, because you seem to be very self-absorbed. Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. I know you got to be cocky to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that. You're going to get that in MMA. You know what I'm saying? And fighting Amanda Nunes. So you are on the right track with that, because the kind of payday you're looking for and the kind of notoriety that you're looking for, you're only going to get it from that, because my hint says your problem with Amanda Nunes is she's more recognized as a dominant female fighter than you are. And it's easy to tell you got that ego because you show it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I can't knock it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. You being competitive. I love that. But at the same time, you got to stop that GOAT talk, because you just shot yourself in the foot and said there's no challenges there. Okay. You're only as good as your opposition. So that's what I'm going to say about that whole GOAT thing. She just obsoleted that herself. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go ahead and beat some stiff competition, or, where the competition is thick, then you can go ahead and do that. But it's just not thick enough. All right. And before that, I couldn't help but to notice this. Okay. And I always speak on her standpoint between this feminists and men and all that stuff, even though I say she's supported by men. Her ticket sales and everything she does is based off of men. It's not based on women. I don't see her on any women talking shows. I don't see no women talking about her. not even amongst women athletes. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see that. So when you have somebody who's supported by men because of this and because of that, and yet she still talks about her battle is fighting for females, let me first bring this to your attention. The reason why you're getting a movie made about you is because you are a woman. Okay? Javante Tank Davis deserves a story on him. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of fighters that could have stories on them and movies on them. You're one of the few that'll get movies made about them. You know what I'm saying? Now this is the thing. I don't know if this is a television movie or if this is a real movie. But if it's a real movie, like come out in theaters movie, that makes it look even worse. Because hell, all Mike Tyson got was a HBO movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you finna get a straight up movie like Mickey Rourke. Like how many real boxers had movies made about him? I know it was Mickey Rourke, Raging Bull, who else? I'm talking about real boxers. Where what was that other one? Die Hard or whatever. Let It Burn. Man, I forgot the name of the boxer who had that car accident and then he had that neck brace on and then he had to come back. Something Vinny something. I can't think right now. I ain't eat lunch. But you know how hard it is to get a movie made about you, and here you are getting a movie made out about you off Jump Street. Okay, Ryan Garcia ain't getting that. None of the Charlos is getting that. And there's people who got tragedy stories just like you. You are getting this kind of attention in a movie made after you with Ice Cube playing your father because you are a female. So that's a benefit that you're getting inside of a boxer because you are a woman. Once again, you have to understand that you're getting paid and you're getting more attention than some boxers who's been boxing longer than you. Okay? The attention you got is because you're able to do what you do and you're a female. That's why they're making a movie about you. So once again, when you come in here talking about this feminist and you're fighting for rights, that's not happening for guys off GP like it's happening for you. So instantly you're benefiting off being the opposite sex in a male-dominated sport. Will you speak about that? Will it be equal then? Will you reject the movie and say, no, treat me like the rest of the men. I want to earn myself. No, you're going to take that. So stop with the back and forth about women's rights. It's BS. It's BS. Now I'm questioning, was that strategic? And are you trying to pander in to that certain demographic to get the support? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, this movie's being made about you, and so fast and so expediently because you are a woman. So stop talking about the disadvantages that you are at because you are a woman. Because males in boxing is not getting your kind of attention, okay? And they ain't getting no movies made about them. And they ain't became champion in 6 and 7 fights and stuff like that. So don't act like you're not getting cut breaks in this sport just because you are a woman, the same breaks that males wouldn't get. You're going to have to understand that we have gender roles. And sometimes we're going to be judged by those and people are going to treat us based off those. We can't help that. But my problem is you condemning the same men that support you while getting benefits that men don't even get in the sport. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all I want to say. But yes, Amanda Nunes is your meal ticket. And as for somebody who's being an ambassador of women boxing, let me just say personally, it looks very tacky and disrespectful for you to even think or even want to challenge Laylah Ali, because without her, it would be twice and 6 times as hard for you or easy for you if she didn't lay the groundwork for you first. Is there anybody that you could show respect for? If you can't show respect for your fellow female fighter, then how do you expect to gain the respect just all across the board? There's nobody that you feel like you shouldn't humble yourself or be respectful for. Say, you know what? this person's over me. I'm not only going to show respect to my elders, but I'm going to also show respect to the great Muhammad Ali, who made it better for all of us. Even if his daughter is acting like an idiot, I have enough respect for her and what she laid down and what her father laid down, because her father was more than a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Stood up against the war and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Self-respect for his people and everything else. So I would have enough respect not to even go down that route. It just looks bad. Come on. Fighting Laylah Ali. She ain't been active since 2007. What do you gonna expect to get credit off that? You know what I'm saying? But a little bit is like women rivalry thing. But honestly, I would take the backseat when it comes to Laylah Ali, just because of her last name and the fact that she laid the groundwork for me to be able to do and say what I want to do. You want to disrespect any and everybody. You disrespect male boxers, saying they ain't shit, and you the best person up on the stage, and you can whoop Manny Pacquiao's ass, you can whoop Keith Thurman's ass, and this is that. And you not even respecting your female boxers. So who will you show respect for? It just looked bad at the end of the day. But I'm with you about the whole Amanda Nunes thing, even though I think she murks you out. But that's the kind of attraction event you need to get the kind of notoriety that you're begging for, because you certainly don't like Amanda Nunes getting all the shine that she's getting. So yeah, go ahead and fight her. And then after you beat her, guess what? Can't nobody tell you nothing. And the fact that you're willing to step into a boxing ring and in an octagon, I got to give you props for that. You know what I'm saying? If you're serious about it. But in the meantime, you benefit greatly off the sport. You're doing well. You're on your way to making a lot of money, but you got to have a little patience with it. You got to understand that you're trailblazing. You're one of the first to do what you're going to do. You're not going to benefit off what you're doing right now. The groundwork you're laying, people that come behind you is going to benefit off of it. You know what I'm saying? The same way you benefit off Laylah Ali, the same way all of us benefit off Ali and what is they blind to speak. But anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out.